And if you on yes, so on August 10th, I was at work. I was looking at my time card, which showed that I was off, but somebody said in the comments, and I thought about it, and then somebody addressed something in the comments again, and I was like, well, yeah, officially, I was at work. Yes, absolutely, I was at work. I was not sleeping on the job.
You
I've
were.
been at that job for over 2 years. I've never been addressed for sleeping at that job.
Yeah, you did.
As far as I know, nobody's ever caught me sleeping at that job because I've never been
You're
sleeping
lying.
at
They
that job.
obviously caught you because that's why they fired you.
Anything on the computer, any door knocking or anything. I've never been jolted awake because of something. It wasn't. And I was never accused and never targeted until after there were phone calls that came to the job. Now, that's just the truth. And after
Shana never called you. And it was Aaron's lawyer who called me, called your job.
Yes, I was at work. 1,000% I was at work. As soon as I was told, and I didn't mean to deceive anybody because 1,000%, I'm looking at my time card, because I wasn't sleeping on the job. I just wasn't sleeping on the job. And
liar.
I can prove this easy peasy.
Prove it then.
This is over with, and you can hold me to that. You can hold me to that.
We will.
But I do want to say, yes, I was at work. No, I wasn't sleeping on the job. So why do you feel like you're being targeted if they thought you were sleeping on the job? Well, 2 weeks before, and they can't fix this now because 2 weeks before, somebody who relieves me, right, because I work 5 days a week, so somebody who was working on one of my days off got up from that position, that place, that desk that I was accused of sleeping, and they walked away for 40 minutes. And an alarm went off, and somebody started looking for them, and they weren't even addressed about that. So here's somebody that's been working for the company for 7 years, has never been addressed about anything other than the YouTube. The one time when they said you can't film here, and
you continue to film.
And I changed the background, and they said 2 weeks later you can't film here at all, and I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
And being fired for sleeping on the job, which I wasn't. So I just want to bring that to
You're contradicting yourself.
I don't want to hide things from anybody.
You said they didn't mind you filming.
I'm aware that
now you're saying just the opposite.
Because of the time and because I work overnight, you know, I was there, but I wasn't sleeping on the job. That doesn't change anything else. And it doesn't change the fact that people called, and it doesn't change the fact that people inserted videos into coworkers' videos, and that the job got pissed off about it, and there was a line crossed, simply a line crossed. And I'm going to tell you something. I know where those phone calls came from because all the phone calls are recorded, and they all have a number that pops up. So people are recorded, and that's just the way it is. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to be honest and upfront.
Where's your receipts?
Brought to my attention that I honestly didn't think about, seriously. So, have a good one.
Just don't want to accept responsibility. And you contradict yourself. Because earlier in the video, you stated that your job didn't mind you filming at your job. Now you admit they told you on 2 different occasions not to film there. 2 times they warned you not to film. But you filmed anyways. That's why you were fired. That's why you were fired. Not because people called. Shana never called. Aaron herself didn't call. You've been served by Aaron, haven't you? Paperwork? Yeah, you're kind of in trouble. It might have been his lawyer that called your job. I don't know. But it wasn't Aaron herself. You just don't want to accept responsibility. But you're kind of giving yourself away. Okay? You were fired because they told you on more than one occasion, twice that you're admitting to, probably more, not to film at the job on company time. You can't do that. They kind of get you fired. It also explained why you were turned down by unemployment, which you can't appeal. But look at it this way. Get another job, get yourself laid off from that one, fired, then file for unemployment and you'll get it. Just a suggestion. You could, or you can just file for early retirement. But girl, you need to accept responsibility for your own actions. Responsibility, blaming yourself. It's the internet. People have lost their jobs because of the stuff they do on internet. Because the companies don't want to be associated with it. Just saying.